And we are live. I'd like to welcome Brad Bieber from Homebot. I'm Bennett Schiff. I'm work on partnership development here at AIME. So joining me is Brad. As I mentioned, he's been in enterprise software sales for over 10 years, and he's been the sales director at Homebot for a little over a year. Brad, how are you?
Good, Bennett. Thanks for having me. This is great.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for joining us today. So I guess where to start? We just had Activate last week. You and the Homebot team were able to make it out there. How was the experience?
It was fantastic. I tell you that the community that Anthony and Mark have created around AIM is it's contagious. And I don't mean that in the other sense that it's just a contagious community of people. And to see 1,000 brokers sitting in a room, removing themselves from their pipelines, removing themselves from their customers, and listening and learning and growing as as small business owners, as entrepreneurs, learning how to invest into their product and their business. It's incredible for us. We love being a part of it, and sharing a room with Verse and Lead Pops made it all the better. And we welcome any more brokers that want to come talk to us after the Activate event to come find us at homebot.ai. But to answer specifically, Bennett, we had a fantastic time. We very much enjoyed being a part of it.
Awesome. Well, let's not waste any time. Let's jump right in. Probably a question on top of everyone's mind. Great place to start. What is Homebot? Tell us about it.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll tell you what we're not. We're not a CRM. We're not a time suck for you as a broker. What we're going to do is allow you to maybe take a 5-minute process to sign up, and that's it. Where CRMs take hours and weeks and days and so to become effective for your investment to start to pay off. Homebot's going to start paying off within the first couple of days of going live. Homebot right now, what we like to position ourselves as is we're a customer for life portal. What we're going to do is teach homeowners that about home finance, about equity, about learning about options within home finance. But really what we are is a portal for clients, a customer for life portal, a safe place that they can go, log in at their convenience, learn about home ownership, learn about home finance. There's a stat out there that we like to use. 80% of the wealth of the average American homeowner at the time of retirement is going to be in their equity, whereas about 20% or so is in their 401k, stocks, bonds, traditional savings like that. The difference is that 20%, there are 6-figured salaried individuals throughout this country whose sole job is to maximize that 20%.
Definitely.
Companies like Fidelity, Charles Schwab, what do they have? They have portals for their customers to log into to see how well their 401ks are going, how well they could do, get education on options they have, diversification, things like that. And when they're ready to talk to someone, guess what else they do? They connect them with a coach, with someone that can guide them into the right options. And that's what Homebot's going to do. We're going to educate them on home finance. We're going to educate them on what's statistically going to be the most important decision of their lives in a continuous relationship with home finance and their coach. If we can do a little bit of that education, if we can do a little bit of that awareness, empower the homeowner, they're going to have conversations with the lenders. They're going to come back to their coach. And we want to remind them, you're there for customer for life, and reach out to them.
Awesome. So something you mentioned at the beginning actually is that you guys were in the same room at Activate as Verse and Lead Pops. Would you mind touching a little bit on how those integrate with your platform since you are not a CRM?
Absolutely. Great point. Lead Pops we're actively working on integrations with right now. We've got some live examples. Evan Wade can speak to that as well, a broker out of Philadelphia, as many of you know. There's a live version of our Homebot integration with Lead Pops happening right now. And we're also working with Michael at Verse to try to figure out how we can get closer into an integration. We're a little further along with Lead Pops, but the point is we do have an API. We do have integration capabilities. We do have a Zapier connection. The point is to automate these things. Again, I talk about time saving. We don't want to introduce something that's going to take hours and hours of work on your behalf. We want to automate your day and make you more successful.
Awesome. So you spoke a lot about customer engagement, customer retention. One piece of Homebot that I know of is a monthly digest. Can you kind of explain about what the monthly digest is, how it performs with the call to actions inside, and any and everything in between?
Absolutely. So we talk about a regular heartbeat cadence with our clients. They are going to get a regular reminder to go check into their portal, check in on their home finance. Maybe their equity went up. Maybe their home value went up. Maybe they're in a position to actually use that equity and to better their lives in some scenario, whether that's eliminating credit card debt, eliminating student loans. But maybe they're also in a refi scenario right now. They need to check in regularly on
Mhm.
their Homebot, on their home finance. And Homebot allows them to do that through our portal. And some of the more consistently used call to actions, if you will, and I'll just back up real quick. We've got a 50% engagement rate. And I'm not talking about open rates. I'm not talking about click-through rates. I'm
Mhm.
talking about engagement. I'm talking
Okay.
about you give us 1,000 clients,
Mhm.
500 of them every month are going to be in their Homebot portal, seeing your face, seeing your branding, reminding themselves that you're there as the coach for life. When we have a 50% engagement rate and those clients are in their portal, what they're going to have are called call to actions or direct messages. And some of the most obvious ones there right now are the refi scenario. I mean,
Mhm.
when we hear people telling us they're getting 30, 40 refis a month out of Homebot, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Obviously, the refi stuff is so prevalent right now, but we have other call to actions. We
Mhm.
have things like tune your value. We used to have a CMA process for a couple of years. And what we introduced to kind of enhance that CMA, the comparative market analysis, was a thing called tune your value. What
Mhm.
that does is empower homeowners to understand the Zillows of the world are simply trying to commoditize your curiosity on the home value. Uh,
Mhm.
we actually want to empower you to understand home value for yourself. And you can
Definitely.
tune your home value to what you think it should be or could
Mhm.
be, and then ask for an expert opinion. Again, getting that guidance that you need. When we released that tune your value, we had 8,000 CMAs get requested in 2 days. Very, very powerful tool. And guess what? A lot of those people who are requesting the CMAs are probably trying to do. Uh,
Yeah.
they want their home value to be accurate for a reason. Whether
Definitely.
that's because they're going to tap into equity or they're going to maybe sell and buy another home. There's a reason why they want that home value to be accurate. And there's another real secret there. Brokers don't want to do CMAs.
No.
Pass that off to your agent partner. Get the win-win-win
Mhm.
situation for your homeowner, for yourself, and for your real estate agent. And I'll give you one more CTA, one more really cool
Hit
call to
me.
action that we have. We've got a buyer's platform.
Mhm.
If you think a lot of obviously purchase is the main driver of all of our W-2 contributions as lenders. Um, we have a buying platform where people can self-add themselves. They can add a close date. They can add neighborhoods that they want to move to. They can set preferences for those neighborhoods. I want investment property. I want a nice neighborhood. I want to move fast. We give them investor grade tools in order to find the neighborhoods that fit their current scenario. But what we don't do is have them
Mhm.
go to Zillow to find the properties that they really need. They
Yeah.
can do all of that in the application without
Perfect.
ever losing or leaving your sphere of influence.
What more could you ask for?
That's right. And when I talk about, because if you are a buyer, you
Mhm.
need a safe place to go to. If you're
Definitely.
interested in Denver, Colorado, you may not be able to afford the above list offers or the
Mhm.
cash only offers.
Yep.
You may not be able to wait 180 days to close, or you can't close in 30 days. And we're going to give those prospective buyers the tools to actually understand, maybe if I go a half mile to the west to another neighborhood, I can
Mhm.
actually achieve all of the requirements that I want in my next purchase.
Home buyer first. Home buyer
Home
first.
buyer first. Yes.
So something you did just mention is real estate agents. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe real estate agents also play a very key role in the overall HomeBot platform. Would you mind talking about that a little bit?
Absolutely. I mean, not only does it play a key role in Homebot, it plays a key role in y'all's lives.
Definitely.
70%, when 70% of your purchase deals are probably coming from agent referrals, but maybe 20% of the capture rate or 10% of the capture rate that you're getting from those agents are working with 10 other lenders. How many of their purchase transactions are you actually getting? If you work with Homebot in a co-sponsorship model, and I'll talk
Mhm.
about some of the ways we've actually enabled this a little bit more for brokers, but if you
Definitely.
work with an agent in a co-sponsorship model, that agent will load up to 500 clients, maybe more.
Mhm.
All of those electronic hand raises when they have a question on refi, on cash out, on taking equity in for another real estate transaction, those referrals are all automated. You
Yeah.
don't have to wait for the manual referral. You don't have to worry about how low or how high my capture rate is for my agent's clients. It's
Mhm.
100%. It's 100%. And we've got a really great way for agents to get onto Homebot. And really, we have a great way for lenders to start taking over neighborhoods with their agent partners. We have a thing called freemium. So let's say you walk into the nearby neighborhood Caldwell Banker
Mhm.
brokerage, and there's 20 brokers in there. One of them's a top producer. You want her to be on the paid version of Homebot. The
Yep.
other 19, offer them a free trial, a
Mhm.
freemium. They get up to 25 clients to load. And if they like it, they can upgrade to the paid version. If you think they're going to take it seriously, you can
Mhm.
have them upgrade to the paid version and keep them on that co-sponsorship model. But guess what? Once those 20 agents have accepted that invite, that co-sponsorship invite, they can't work with any other lender. They are only working with you.
Perfect.
In that capture rate for your agent partners, the clients that they load to us, that capture rate's 100%.
Awesome. And builds the full experience, gets your engagement on both sides.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm gonna check the line, see if anyone's asking any good questions right now. Sorry to look away momentarily.
And while you're doing that, I'll just tell you, I mean, for the brokers listening, Scott Shang has a great approach to working with agents. And if you've not seen Scott's presentation, or if you've not actually had ability to talk to him about working with agents, do that. It is one of the top producer tactics that our lenders have. We've got 30% of the top 200 loan originators in the country on Homebot, and they all work with agents because they know the power of those agent referrals. They know the power of automating those referrals. And it's one of the main drivers of our client success.
Awesome. Awesome. So I think at this point, one of the most important parts about Homebot is you guys are a part of the Brokers Are Better network, which means that we have set up an exclusive reduced pricing with you guys. So I'm going to drop that link in the Brokers Are Better group. Brad is in the Brokers Are Better group himself. Scott Shang and plenty of other Homebot users who are AIME members are also in that group. Feel free to tag them, ask them a question. I'll put the link in there that leads to anything. Brad, is there anything else you want to touch on?
I just want to say thank you to Anthony and Mark again. Thank you for having us. We want to support the small business owners out there. It's going to be very, very difficult for any small business entrepreneur to compete against the Amazons of the world, the fintechs of the world, the Rockets and Zillows who are spending millions of dollars on advertisements in order to get the eyeballs on their brand.
Definitely.
We want to work with you and help alleviate that pressure. While your pipelines are full right now, there are other clients that you've worked with that are not in your pipeline. That can be. And if they're not in your pipeline right now, there's a great chance that they're in someone else's pipeline.
Definitely.
But if you put Homebot into work for you, one, it's going to work in the background. It's not an employee. It doesn't have payroll tax. It doesn't talk back to you. It just works on your behalf. You put Homebot in the background, the people that are not in your pipeline right now are going to find their way into your pipeline and not someone else's.
Awesome. Awesome. So like I said, I'll be posting the link to our exclusive offering with Homebot. Brad, Scott Shang, Evan Wade, plenty of other Homebot users are in our group. Feel free to ask them any questions. Brad Bieber, Sales Director at Homebot, thank you so much.
Thank you for the time.
All right. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.
Bye then.